I think we should be live. All right, everyone. Let's do a quick sound check. How are we doing?
Hello.
Hello,
Testing.
testing.
One, two,
Mic
three.
test 1, 2, 3.
Let's go. All right.
Let's go.
As usual, my levels are too low apparently. Let me just turn myself up. I'm looking at the metering for once in my life. Me working in audio, look at the metering. Getting self-conscious of my fan noises. Like I have like 2 fans like near me right now, and they're like, all right. Okay.
Did you round of introduction / audio test?
Yes. Go ahead. Let's start off from the top and go to the bottom.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's go, Mr. KiAme.
Hello, I'm KiAme. I play guitar on the song. Thanks for having me.
Woo! Hey, KiAme. Thanks.
Hello, everyone.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Yay. Big fan.
And next we have KataribeSan.
Hi, I'm KataribeSan. I'm the co-lyricist and the additional vocalist for Head Above Water. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Yay, KataribeSan. And then we have me. Hi, everyone. I'm Kagura, also Ki, one half of CHALKEY. Wahoo. And I started the production of the song. Yay.
Yay.
Oh my God. The delay was strong in this one. Okay. And then we have Nim.
Hi, I'm Nim. I did the visual loop thing. I still don't know how to explain it, but yeah, the visual loop thing.
The
Hi.
floating head.
Drown
Yeah.
girl.
The floating head.
Yeah, the drown girl. The literal head that is above water.
That's me.
Heck yeah. And finally we have Chalk / Lorian.
Hello. I am
Hi, Lauren.
Lorian, and I sang and co-wrote this song.
Yay! Yippee! Clap, 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 clap. I'm clapping very hard right now.
Oh my God, Vedra's here.
Vedra's here. Oh my God. Hi, Vedra. You made it.
Yeah,
I was literally
did.
just about to read your note. I'm kidding. We just did introductions, actually.
Vedra, introduce yourself for the audience.
Introduce myself.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Vedra. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Yes.
Vedra.
And Vedra,
Hi,
you
Vedra.
did.
I did? What did I do? Oh yeah, I did the production. I did the little beeps and boops and stuff, and I also did some backing vocals. You can kind of hear me in certain places in the song.
Heck yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm
Yeah, that's huge. Welcome everyone to our Head Above Water Behind CHALKEY, where we're going to break it down and break down. We're going to discover a lot of crazy things behind the scenes. Well, hopefully not too crazy. I think last time was a little too crazy, but yeah. So with that being said, I think we can jump right into it with because we've got a lot of people here today, so we're gonna try to cram everyone in as much as possible. As usual, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat, and we will try to get to them as much as possible. And if we can't, we'll also do a run of questions at the end. So feel free. So starting off. We started this song like very very early. I think like we just released our first EP, right? And then a month after we were like, we're gonna take a break, and then we ended up taking a break. And I think I started off with like a bass line, like the iconic bass line that you guys hear, right? If I just pull it up here, this as we call ass bass.
Wait, do I have to tell the story again?
Yeah, because it was cutting in and out last time, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So. Oh wait. Also, you need a screen share so we can.
Oh,
see
right.
what you're sharing.
Forget to do that.
So this song is one of the ones where I actually started with the top line first before production. And the story just goes, I was in the shower and it was kind of funny because I just came up with I keep my head above water while I was trying to wash my hair. And then I washed my hair in record time, got out of the shower, ran into my roommate who was on the phone with her boyfriend. And me and my roommate at the time had an arrangement where when I would tell her that I was recording, she would basically just shut up and be quiet. So I had to specifically tell her it's okay, this is only a demo. When I was recording that. So in the original demo of Head Above Water, you can hear my roommate at the time and her boyfriend in the background playing League.
Classic.
That is the story. So yeah, and the first demo was like, it was just like the 4 lines of the chorus and then some random humming stuff that I don't think actually ever really got used, but yeah. And then I sent that to Kagura, and then Kagu did like the bass line and everything else he's gonna show you guys. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the original demo that we have.
I keep my head above water. I got my feet above ground.
You hear
I
it?
know they out there be floating for floating. And look, I just don't wanna drown. And I didn't see in there.
And then it cuts into like the humming that we ended up not using. It's really funny though, because the humming was actually what really helped develop the rest of the, like, I guess the iconic parts of the song, because it was from the humming, the da 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 da, that where I got like, oh, I want like a wong 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 kind of like synth, because it felt kind of like swaying back and forth, right? So I'm gonna play this little section.
Takes me under,
Oh, I hear it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Right? Yeah, and it was from that like swaying rhythm that I actually built like the foundation of Head
That's
Above
crazy.
Water.
I didn't know that.
Right? And then we just didn't use that melody
You
after.
mentioned this last time.
Yeah, I was thinking about like, because I was trying to dig deeper into like my memory and try to work backward, right? I was just thinking about like, why did I choose these sounds? Like, what's the reason behind it? And when I put your original demo on top of everything else, it clicked. I was like, that's probably why I chose the sounds that I did, to be honest. So it was really funny to think about, like, yeah, the thing that helped shape everything else ended up not making it in the final cut, but that's okay.
Damn.
Yeah, super funny. But yeah, so this was just one of those like really spur of the moment, like, oh my gosh, we have this idea, let's just run with it, despite saying that we're gonna take a break. So I'll dive really quickly into the stems that I created, and then after I'll pass the baton on to Vedra and also pull up the old stems that Vedra made to help flesh out this song. So I started off with the chord progression. So in well, it says G minor. What's the relative of G minor?
Wait, it's not.
B flat major.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Wow.
Isn't it D minor?
Wait.
Oh,
No, the relative of G minor. The relative
Oh, it
of
is
G
in
minor.
D. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
it
it's
is in D minor.
Oh.
Yeah, it is in D minor. Sorry, FL Studio District. It said G minor on the top. Okay, I got confused for a
Song in
moment.
D minor?
It says D minor.
Oh, this song is in D minor.
Yeah.
What are you saying? It's your song.
Well,
You don't
yeah.
know
Well, it's because I was like, okay, but it said G minor on the top left, so I was like, okay, well, FL Studio knows best, so I'm just gonna say
No,
G minor.
You know, I say this.
FL
Yeah.
Studio
But, like,
does not know best.
I have the
I agree.
I have the project open, and
Yeah.
I just ran with what you said. Yeah, this song is in D minor.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
We should all just shut the. I can't. I forgot. I almost. We should all just shut the frick up. There we go.
You
Yeah.
cannot allow people to swear.
Wait, we can't swear?
Apparently we
I'm
can't
pretty
within
sure-
the first 10 minutes, I think. I don't know if that's still true.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
first.
I'm not
Minutes.
sure. Yeah, I remember
Watch
that
your
being a thing.
freaking language.
Okay,
Oh.
all right.
We
Let's
started
not
15 minutes ago.
There.
let's
Whoa
not
there.
get too freaking excited. Oh wait, we started. Okay, let's. Oh no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So this song, bass line is just like a really simple Reese that does not have a sidechain to it because I forgot. And then the piano's just mirroring the same bass line. That bass line is really just like, the foundation of
That is
the
a good
entire
bass line.
song. Yeah. I don't know. I remember I was just like sitting at the keyboard and just slamming notes into the keyboard in a really funky syncopated way. And then that just happened eventually after enough recordings. It probably took a decent amount of recordings. And coupled with that like bass line, I wanted like a really repetitive element to kind of just, I guess, anchor the song in something else, if that makes sense. Like kind of just like, it's like adding pepper when you have salt, if that makes sense. And then these synths, I've always been a fan of this like kind of really warm, like not wub, but like a womp. Not a womp, but I don't know, like a wuv. I don't know.
It's like a
I love how you just kept changing descriptors.
I can't decide what it sounds like. There's a word for this, but like a slow
It's like-
attack.
yeah, it's like a pluck with a slow attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Future Bass for putting me on this sound. Just in general. And then the drums are super simple. I'm pretty sure that Blake ended up changing the kick, which honestly I think it's a better kick now anyway, so I don't mind that too much. And then a really simple beat because I really like my 4 on the floor, where it's just like boom, 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 boom over and over again.
That is so groovy.
Oh, that
already.
sounds funky.
Yeah. Oh, I put another bass on top of the bass. Question mark?
Double
Yeah,
bass?
I think I don't know if I can just interject a little bit here.
Yeah.
But like as soon as when you hear the like the boom boom and the bass line like boom don 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 don, like I just thought like this is what makes the song. This is what makes Head Above Water above water.
Yeah.
Like if it was not for like you could take out every other part of the song and keep that and it's still Head Above Water. If that makes sense.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like a kind of like an idea of this kind of like dancing, blood on the dance floor, or maybe not blood on the dance floor, the band, or even the Michael Jackson song, but just kind of like you're in a dark club, right? And you're just dancing, but it's like a club vibe, I think, but darker. Descriptors are really hard to come by today. I think today is just really not my day.
It's like
I say this every stream.
Like a very like minimal like house kind of vibe.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it, aside from like the little piano solos that I did that we can get into when we get into more of like the meat and potatoes. These were really interesting because I don't know. I don't know if I would write these solos the same way I would now, but so it's kind of like a glance into the past. But I do really like them. I'm pretty proud of, because I basically like I tried to play as much of it as possible and then sketch on top of it. So yeah. But after this, I basically was like, who'd really like fuck this song up in a good way? Vedra.
Past 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Look this song up.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes now already. Oh my god.
Glad you're freaking this song up.
Yeah, we're freaking this song up. Vedra, because at the time, especially, I think, Train to Yesteryear came out, and I remember, despite the song being like a more somber song, right? It still had that groove to it, that kind of like impact, and I was like, I think I would like Vedra to help me with this song, and that's when I grabbed Vedra by the shoulders and I shook him like a little salt shaker. like hey.
Big
but-
salt shaker.
but like a big, humongous salt shaker. That is Vedra. But we have basically all the stem, and this is a combination of my stems and Vedra stems. But as you can see, Vedra did a lot of work to really flesh out the song to the head above water that we know and love today. So how about you take it away, Vedra?
Okay, I am under the water. I am above the water.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
I'm
All right,
taking it
I
back.
actually have my own stream.
Oh really?
So,
Oh fantastic. Thank God.
Yeah, because there's my own project, whatever file.
Oh, it's a different
So
thing, too.
just let me know once that gets up on stream.
Okay.
And
It
I'll-
is.
and I-
It is on. Wait for it. Wait. Actually.
I'm waiting.
What?
We're waiting.
What?
No,
Waiting.
I realized that it's like my
waiting.
thing is like off center, so it's really appreciate.
Oh,
there.
Wait, this looks kind of funky.
It's I got an ultra wide. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh, ultra wide.
Ultra
All
wide.
right. Okay.
What? Also wide.
Try playing it. Let's see if we got audio. No, there's no audio. You're on the ASIO.
Ah.
Yeah.
So Missy O'May.
Change your ASIO. I work in IT, guys. There we go. I hear it. now.
You hear it? All right. Cool. So
Okay, perfect.
let's just begin. So, this song, like I said before, as soon as I heard that bass line and the 4 on the floor drums, I was like, man, this is crazy. They're definitely. I'm so happy to see CHALKEY in this EP specifically in their like pop arc. It's just, I don't know, man, kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, so
Yeah.
what I mostly did with this song was I kind of literally, I think sometimes people will give me too much credit because I took the stems and I just expanded it to like just made the whole structure of the song. But I basically took what they had and ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a file that's like missing. So it's like the piano file. So I don't know. You can't hear the piano here, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
But I think the biggest single contribution
Mhm.
that I made to this song is this.
Uh-huh.
It's weird.
the
This
spooky
weird
sound?
sound. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I love this spooky sound.
Oh yes.
This thing.
Alright.
That was
So
dope.
that I won't bore everyone with the whole like thing.
Uh-huh.
Basically, what this is this thing.
Oh.
It's okay. Actually, no, hold on. Let me drag this.
Yeah.
Let me drag this so you can hear what this actually sounds like. So it's that, right?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
what?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the way I've just processed it to like hell and back, so that
Mhm.
it sounds like weird and like all screwed up and everything.
Okay.
So this is, I put a vocoder on it, which makes things
Oh.
sound vocodery,
You
and then that's just the
crazy.
thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I put this thing on it, which is like a distortion, and then I put this thing on it,
And
which is another
crush.
distortion. Yeah, bit crush.
And
and then I
ODT
put
after the
OTT,
crush.
And I do this, and I do that.
Dude,
And
you're
so that's one
You're
layer. That's one
correct.
layer.
that's one layer. You're
Yeah.
hydraulic pressing this shit, dude.
So that gives it like the weird like spooky texture kind of thing.
Oh, that's so
Um,
cool.
Fancy.
And the other layer, actually no, there's more on it.
Uh-huh. Fruity
what does
love
this do?
filter. Oh.
Wait, what is this supposed to do? I have no idea.
What is this supposed to do?
Oh, wait. Oh, right. So this thing makes it accent like certain beats.
Oh.
And then there's another distortion, and then there's another
More
OTT. I just-
ODT.
it's crazy. But this thing,
Uh-huh.
what is this thing? I actually have no idea. Hold on.
Is that the
Oh,
it's a
right,
vocal
the-
carrier.
Yeah, it's the vocoder carrier. that's
Oh, no wonder. I was
Yes.
like, I was
Topic
about to
stream
ask.
Where we find out what we did in real time.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, I
literally
remember.
forgot what the hell I was
Because
doing.
I was like, how are you getting the harmonic, like, or how are you making it tonal without like anything to?
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like normally, like by itself, without any of the weird thingamajiggy.
Oh.
But when you put them together, it makes a
Yeah.
weird looking ass sound.
That's really cool.
so
Yeah, so that's why it sounds like really weird and creepy and
Yeah.
textural.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole thing is kind of just like following the bass line, and I think that's just I feel like this thing has been my stamp on the song. Yeah, so I was like, I need something to make it. And then there's more layers that are added onto this. So like this thing. And then in the chorus, they all just kind of stack up together to make like this cacophony of weird creepiness.
Yes, it's a really beautiful sandwich.
Yeah, it's a sandwich. That's right.
Yeah.
It is a sandwich.
Yeah, no, you gave this song like really needed like texture. Like you really added that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I just thought like really like I needed something for the song. The song is like super groovy. The bass that I had to work with was like already like I want to preserve as much of this as I can.
Right.
It's kind of like I don't know how you describe it. So there's a thing that someone told me a while ago where it's like some people have like an Eastern cooking style and some people have a Western cooking style.
Oh.
Right? An Eastern cooking style is like when you make a dish, you have like lots of different flavors and you try your best to balance them together. But this is different. This is more so like here's one central thing. And you're adding everything that you add to the dish is to enhance that one central thing. And that's what I feel like I'm doing. I'm just adding a bunch of like little details that don't get too much in the way, but it helps that one central thing taste better, which is the groove.
Okay. That's a really nice philosophy.
Yeah, and and some songs it's more like throw everything together and make sure they balance, but for this one it's more so I love that bass line, I love that groove, and I just want to make sure that that thing sticks out as much as possible, and just add stuff to complement. So like this thing, for example.
Yeah.
Like you barely hear this in the song, especially with the way that it.
Yeah.
But like it's just little. It's like what you said before. It's like the whole thing, like adding pepper and salt. It's like that. This is the chorus.
Yeah.
It's basically just everything that Kagura gave me. What else is there? Oh yeah, this verse. I don't know why I decided to make it like a trap verse rap beat. Like no one gave me the prompt. I just decided it would be interesting. There's supposed to be a piano here, but it's not here because the stem is missing.
Oh, oops.
That's okay.
Don't worry, it's
That's
on our
my bad,
side.
that's my bad.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. Just imagine it's there. Just imagine it's there.
Imaginary pianos.
That's a trap beat.
I love imaginary pianos.
Anyway.
And then we go back to the main kind of idea. What else did I contribute to the song?
You contribute your vocals.
And the bridge.
Oh yeah,
The
I'll talk
bridge.
about that later.
Yeah.
Oh yes, right, the bridge. Okay, so this is a funny story. Lorian and Kagu, basically we were just like, we want a bridge. So they went to me and they asked me, can you just do the thing that you do with the bridge? And like it was strange because I knew exactly what to do.
The Vedra thing. The Vedra thing.
So-
Interesting.
The mid-song switch up.
Yeah, the mid-song switch up thing. So of course we had to like change key in the middle and like do this weird like thing where the song. Okay, the rest of the song is like very dry.
Yeah.
It's like very in your face and very dry. But this is, I think what they were trying to get out for me was that this part is like a bridge. It's like different and it's like expansive instead of the whole like closed up kind of like very dry feeling of the rest of the song. I also recorded guitar and this took me way longer than I wanted it to take because I'm not a great player, but that's okay.
Hey, you sound just fine to me.
Oh, this thing. I love this sound. The JRPG chord
yes!
sound. Yeah, I love that thing. Shoutouts to JRPGs
Shout
for
out
like
to JRPGs.
forever changing my musical taste forever. And then, of course, we changed key because is it really a Vedra song and you don't change key? That's crazy.
Right, exactly. We love the Vedra key change.
Right. Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
The Vedra key change, the Vedra bridge.
Yeah.
If you want, okay, this is what I recorded apparently.
Oh, okay.
If we could just.
Trapped in water.
Ooh, brother. Ooh.
Trapped in water.
You sound fine. What are you talking about?
On the ground. Trapped trapped in water. I got my feet on the ground, on the ground. I know
Yeah,
they out there
yeah.
floating,
Hey.
floating.
Oh wait, that's a harmony.
Wanna drown. Whoa,
That's basically everything I
keep my
contribute to
head
this song.
above water.
Oh, right. The whole idea of like the I keep my head above water, na 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 na. That the whole like na 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 response bit. I remember, was it telling you, Lorian? I think I was like, this song is so good, but it needs a
Yeah, I
hook.
think. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Is
I
it-
was just like, just throw in a call and response section, and it'll be like instantly catchier. And then Lorian's like, okay.
Hell
And then that's it.
yeah.
I think that's basically everything that I contributed to this song.
Hell yeah.
That crazy.
Claps for Vedra.
Very, very big claps for Vedra.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for breaking that down. No, yeah, you definitely brought like a lot of like really interesting textures, and of course
Vedra
like
sound.
the Vedra sound, the Vedra. I almost said Vecna. Sorry, the
What
the,
the who is that guy?
the Vedra signature sound design as well. Yeah. I mean, I've always loved your approach to music ever since. I'm trying to think, because we met like pretty early on. Vedra and I go way back.
We go way back.
We
Come
go
on.
way back, guys. But I think it was like after Bloom was like the key
Yes.
like moment where I was like, wow, like this.
2021. Let's
That's
go.
crazy. Was it really 2021? That's so long ago. Oh my god, I don't want to think about it anymore.
don't know. Let's not.
But thank you so much, Vedra.
Yippee!
All right. Now next we have KiAme, who did very, very amazing work with the little guitar section, and was similarly like kind of dragged into this project because I was like, hey KiAme. Hi KiAme. Can you play guitar? Yeah. But is there
If you guys
yeah.
notice like a pattern in Chalky production, it's basically me and Kagu being like, whoa, we did this cool thing, but we can't make it cool enough. Let's beg our friends to make it cooler.
Yeah.
That's basically how it is.
Yeah. It's a really, really fun part of like I think our workflow is getting to like beg our friends to work with us, because we have very talented friends and they're really cool. Like KiAme. Yeah.
Like
Is
Kiana.
Wait, KiAme.
Eh?
Can you play the part live for us, like right now?
Yeah, I can give it a try. So.
Oh wait, let's go. Wait, that's hype as hell.
The main part is like. Okay, actually, before I. Oh shit.
Oh.
I tuned the wrong string.
Whoa.
Oopsie. This shit is not
What kind of drop tune were you in?
Wait, can
There
you
we
play
go.
it? Like not
So-
in tune?
Dude, I'm not. I don't want to like spend 5 minutes retuning it. But the main part's like this. Fuck.
Oh my god.
And actually before I wrote that part, I sent you guys like another demo that was like a bossa kind of thing. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
what?
sent that.
Head Above Water Bossa remix? What's going on?
I sent this before, and then I listened to your track a bit more. I was like, it's not quite meshing with like the groove. So, and then this honestly, like I haven't practiced this a whole lot. So when I wrote it, like I knew like this is gonna give me cancer, like trying to record it.
Oh no.
But it's the better one, so I had to do it. And then so this is like the main thing for the chorus, right?
Yeah.
And then in the verse I did like a I'm still like practicing like the thumbing technique where you like it's like slap.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my god.
Fuck. And then like this is a fill that I repeated throughout the song a few times. And then that's basically
Spicy meatball.
So good.
Spicy.
slowed down. It's like
Yeah.
so like slab and then it's like
Uh-huh.
mute and then
Okay, so when are the head above water tabs coming out? That's my question.
Jesus Christ.
I don't make tabs.
Imagine.
If you guys want tabs, you're gonna have to beg KiAme for them.
You're gonna have to pay KiAme.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really interesting.
And then so like I had to down tune to like because I want to get that low D, right?
Yeah.
But then there's a key change, so for the last chorus I just tune it back up to standard.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay. If you ever have to play this live, we'll bring 2 guitars for you.
Oh, so true. So true.
Switch guitars like when the section comes.
I can just like you can if you needed to tune as well, like in the bridge section, I could just like
Yeah,
strum the
you're because
chord.
you're playing the guitar in the bridge, so
Yeah, so I could just strum the chords and
Oh.
then you can quickly retune. That's so smart. Oh my gosh.
Oh, big brain. That's
my
huge brain right
God.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like KiAme, your guitars really brought more of that. I mean, there's just something irreplaceable about guitar in honestly any format of music. So and you catching up on the rhythm, like the bossa nova idea was really good, but like you said, like picking up on the rhythm and adding those like slaps in despite like not really like practicing that much. Honestly, mad fucking respect. Like, and I didn't notice that it wasn't something that you were entirely confident in actually, because like you sent the recordings and they were great, and I was like, okay, cool, this is amazing.
I mean,
We love comping.
yeah, it was like super comped, and then like even before that, because it took me like a really long time to record it, right? And that's just because like I've been dreading it.
yeah.
So then like when I finally got to recording it, I spent like 3 days just like running like the just like metronome in front of me, like YouTube video playing it.
That's crazy.
Can I also say,
Yeah.
like you know how you said you're talking about the thumbing technique with like the low D string?
Mhm.
In the second verse with like the trap section, like when it plays along with the 808, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so power.
I was trying to line it up with the 808, so like it hits like really hard.
Yeah, it's so sick. I was like, that was totally intentional. Like, come on.
I see,
That was
I see.
crazy.
Yeah, those tiny details where you feel those tiny details, but you don't really like think about them until someone tells you about them. Because I knew there was something really special about that area, but I was just like, this just sounds nice. Yay, and then moving on. Yeah. But those acoustic guitar techniques, especially because I've been watching. I grew up watching a lot of Sung Ha Jun, right?
Oh
Jun.
yes, that
Yeah,
guy.
because I was also an acoustic guitarist growing up. So Sung Ha Jun or like what's his Andy? Was it Andy Warhol? Andy Warhol. I feel like that's a different person.
Isn't that a paper?
Andy, that's what sorry, I'm getting my past lives mixed up. Andy McKay? Andy McKay? No. John
another
Mayer.
guitarist?
John Mayer.
John
that's
Mayer.
another
John
one.
Mayer's a
John Mayer
guitarist.
plays.
John
yeah,
Mayer's
he's
a
a
huge
blues
one.
guitarist.
Yeah, but lately, what's this? Marcin something.
Marcin?
Marcin. Oh, Marcin.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Yeah, that guy's absolutely insane. He's like,
Martin.
Yeah. He's like,
He's
slapping his
Slapping his
guitar
guitar.
everywhere. Yeah.
It's using his guitar like percussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually.
there's a YouTube comment that's like bro really said I pay for the full guitar, so I'm gonna use the whole guitar.
That's so
That's
true. Yeah.
That's true.
But I remember listening to these and just thinking about how like it has that flair, and it's perfect for this kind of song where it is like flamboyant and just kind of extravagant, I guess, in a say, but controlled still, because it still anchors around like the rhythm, the bass line, like, etc. So I think you guys did really, really like amazingly well for having little to no prompt. Because I mean, I kind of like, I always like to approach it with like a blank slate, which, you know, is like a good and bad thing, right? Because a lot of the times, you know, when you give someone a blank slate, they can either look at it and be like, oh, what am I supposed to do? So I'm really grateful and like really impressed that, you know, of course, that you guys like picked up immediately and it was like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and this is what I feel from this piece. And I think like that individuality speaks volumes while still being cohesive.
You know what I think the song is? What the song feels like to me? It feels like the production, at least, feels like it's like creepy and minimal,
Yeah.
but like in a way that's like romanticized and extravagant.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, that's probably the vibe that we're just going for.
Yeah. We're like beaming it all to everyone. But
right.
yeah, but thank you, KiAme, for your amazing work and showcasing
Thank you for
your
having me.
amazing skills.
Chalky live set, KiAme.
Next on our government assigned talking order, we have Nim.
Oh my god. Okay, it's my turn. Let's
Hi,
go.
Nim. Hello.
Hi, Nim.
I know.
Hello, Nim.
I made a presentation.
Oh, you made a presentation.
Oh,
Hell
let's go.
yeah. Let me get in on that stream and why?
Wait, this is actually a presentation.
This is
Holy
actually
moly.
a
I would,
presentation.
yeah.
I'm like,
Nim is prepared. Nim has like
Yeah.
a whole
Yeah.
Design degree.
Not gonna lie, Nim, when we came to you and we're like, please help us, and then you gave us like an entire like brief that I was just like sitting there like, wow,
that was like crazy. I was just
this
like,
is an
oh.
amazing brief.
Yeah. Okay, so head above water. So I'm just gonna go through my process. So of course, pre-production and post-production. I'll go through pre-production just a little bit, and then I'll talk about my production and how I pretty much like made the visuals of everything. And so, of course, setting everything up, we have the initial meeting. So I met with Lorian and Kagu, and we just kind of walked over kind of like what we envisioned for the song, and they talked to me about kind of like the story they had behind the song and what kind of like the themes that they were going for. Some of the notes I took were that they really liked this idea of having like a deep ocean or an underwater motifs, or like something going wrong, something like parasitic. And then this idea too of like organs, kind of incorporating that somewhere would have been kind of like interesting visually. And then of course some required pieces of everything was like of course referencing the characters, having some sort of story, and having a visual style that kind of fits the song and what they were kind of going for. But yeah, I had like this part had like your notes from your guys' document, but I kind of blocked out because like I think I like having songs where it's like people can like think about what the lyrics mean, and I think that they kind of like just talked about the story, so I was like, nah, we'll leave it. Leave it up to them.
Okay.
oh.
Yeah. So from this meeting, I kind of took the ideas that they had. They also gave me one of the images like I circled in red. As like a visual inspiration as well. And so I kind of created some directions that we can go with to kind of like figure out exactly what sort of vibe they wanted to go for this for the visual loop. And so we have a direction that's a little more like extravagant, but it has like this like a little mysterious aspects behind it. And then like we have a direction 2, which is just like grand and makes you feel very minimal, like tiny in comparison to like the bigger vast ocean. Of course, I also wanted to make sure that I had like their suggestions as well, the things that they linked me to keep in mind while I was working on the visuals. And so I kind of kept that in the back of my mind as I was working. And so we go right into the concepts. I just kind of want to showcase like the concepts that we did make, because I thought they were all kind of like unique and cool in their own way. And so of course the first concept we ended up going with, but it talks about like a creature of water. One of the inspirations I took was from Love, Death, and Robots, Jibaro, where they have the siren. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Huh? Sorry.
No. I was just Love, Death, and Robots. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so this is like one of the old ideas where the character has like additional items kind of like stuck on them. I thought that would be kind of like a cool approach too. And
Mhm.
so this entire direction pretty much just kind of like characterizes the head above water with a character that seems to live in the water themselves, and they're not like entirely fully submerged. They're just kind of like lurking, I guess. And so from here, there were also like some concepts I kind of like created.
This is crazy.
And so like concept one, which is kind of like literally kind of like lurking, kind of crocodile like staring at you, and then alt concept two was kind of like more like dead and floating above water. And so like both of them I was just kind of like messing around with different compositions we can play with as well, like a more symmetrical versus more kind of like the Dutch angle that's like slightly slanted. Direction two was interesting as well. It talked about like buried innocence, the idea of like something precious being like buried by water, mud, and tainted by like blood and like overrun by like nature. And so these are some of like the 3D statues that I found online that were like royalty free that I could kind of like mess around with, and I ended up going with the one in the middle. And so in Blender, I pretty much like put this like statue, I like stuck it in dirt and put water above it, and then just kind of like made like a concept of like before and like near the end of the video where it's like the water is kind of like bloodied up, and then also like during the chorus I thought it'd be kind of cool too, kind of playing off like the bad apple idea where like there's like yeah where it's like glitching and stuff like that. We always gotta have bad apple.
Yeah.
And then playing with like 2D textures and stuff like that I thought would be also kind of interesting. And so from here we get our final direction, which was essentially instruments of dissection. So it plays with like the reference that Kagu provided, and also like deep sea footage of like submarines exploring the bottom of the ocean. And I thought it'd be kind of cool because it's kind of, you wouldn't really expect to find these sort of instruments at the bottom of the ocean, so that would just kind of create a little bit of a visual intrigue and like what's like the story behind this. And so with this sort of concept in mind, I made another like mock-up in Blender with like rocks and like sand and stuff like that, kind of like put a spotlight in the center and kind of like created like described the sort of thing I would go for, because creating it would have taken excessive time. So essentially it would have a bunch of like instruments at dissection like buried within the sand or above the sand, and then like there would be like sea creatures kind of like weaving in and out of the darkness, and I thought that'd be kind of like sick. As well, maybe like some glowing eyes in the distance as well. And sorry if I'm going really fast. I'm trying to make the time.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
This is really interesting.
Yay! I'm glad. And so finally, we ended up deciding. Marian and Kagu decided to go with direction one. And so one of the ideas we also played with was like pop culture with like the flash photography, paparazzi sort of thing, and then combining that with like deep sea footage. So it like the two kind of like are the same in their own way, but like different sort of like contents for both of them. And so combining instruments of dissection with like crime scene photos slash paparazzi photos and the surgical instruments built into the character was also another idea we were thinking of as well. And so I created some alt concepts for us to kind of like go into further. And so I pretty much just like took the head and like just kind of like drew over where the body would be. And from here, we then made our first rough concept where it's just kind of like showcasing like, oh yeah, like, you know, shaking camera, staring at this like person at the bottom of the ocean. And so I think we ended up deciding that I think this is a little too much. So we ended up stepping back a little bit and returned to like the original concepts that we had, which Lorian and like Kagu ended up like really liking concept 2, and so that was like the concept that we ended up running with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Okay, I don't know if this is like a weird shot in the dark, but like this reminds me of this one really creepy, especially with like the bald head, the no hair. It reminds me of something. Was it Toy Story 2? where like the dude who like
Huh?
the kid who like
What are you getting at?
no,
Toy
the kid
Story
who
2?
like
What are you getting at?
no, listen, hear me
Oh,
out,
you
hear
talking
me
about
out.
like the spider thing?
Yes, the spider thing.
Oh no, I
Oh,
had that blocked off in my mind, dude.
Yeah, that
The
that
childhood
seriously
trauma.
Oh.
that seriously gave me the creeps as a kid, and I'm like, this is kind of evoking the same kind of feeling, which is like, I think is a good thing, because like that was the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think-
awesome.
Yeah. I think now looking at it, I'm like, maybe we should have kept her bold. I'm just kidding.
Oh, her amazing
It's
hair.
just for Vedra.
Just for Becca.
But her hair, her
Her beautiful hair.
Okay, it's like remember this from Toy Story 2?
Oh,
This is
God.
her now. Feel
Oh
Yeah.
my
it.
god.
There you go.
Bossa Nova
Oh,
version, but she's bold.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
That's the
she's so
remix
pretty.
video.
That's right.
Yeah, but so building off of that, we created a second rough where the head was moving a little bit more. There's slight facial expressions, and then of course the camera wiggle. And shot a little closer. And then from here, I started working a little bit more with the hair, and kind of creating some 3D shapes that kind of wiggled. But I think ultimately I wasn't really too big of a fan of this because it just didn't look very dynamic, or like it didn't look very flowy. It just kind of looked like wiggling. And so I ended up deciding that, I think hand animating the hair would be like the best route for us because it just looks a lot more interesting to the viewers, and it
Wait, that was
looks
hand
organic.
animated?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh yeah. And to save myself some time, I did experiment with like combining 3D with the actual 2D animation. And so the bangs are 3D, and then this part was like hand animated. But I think it looked nice, but it wasn't moving. And so it kind of just was, for me, it was too stark. And so I ended up deciding to like ultimately like hand animate that too. And so this is like in Procreate Dreams. I was still figuring out what the actual like lighting and stuff was going to look like, and wasn't too sure what I wanted to go with that. And so just to focus on the hair, since that would take a bit of time, I exported a bunch of wireframes just to help guide myself, like when I'm animating the hair with the guide
Oh.
layers,
Yeah.
just so I could get like all those like animations down.
I see.
What the
That's
heck?
So
really
cool.
interesting. I would have
What?
never known if you hadn't done this like breakdown of like animating with the wireframes in the background. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's really cool.
And then from here, I think we ended up deciding that the expressions too were a little too. It was a little too expressive. We wanted it to be a little more like doll-like, uncanny valley, sort of like dead, just to match the vibes of the song. And so I ended up changing the expressions entirely. And of course, you kind of see I switched away from having like the 3D bangs and just like had it hand animated in the end. And so here I fixed the lighting. I don't know what the heck was going on. I think I switched over to Blender 3 just for like one of the plugins I was using to get the expressions, which is called Face It.
Yeah.
Just to get like the quick face rigging.
Yeah.
It was nice, but then we ended up not going with it, and so I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on with the lighting, and so I had to go back to Blender 4.0, which was nice because we got our original like lighting and stuff back, and the lights were actually working.
Oh.
And so yeah, and so with this too, I started playing with the ground with some gradients and incorporating that into the hair so that it wasn't just too like block of solid texture, though that also had its own like really nice look to it.
Yeah.
And this is showcasing a little bit more of that like animating the bangs. Since I wanted to add more of the bangs, I had to like animate them in layers. I'm not too well versed in hand animation, so I was just kind of like doing whatever worked, and so I just kind of colored everything to break everything up into like their own separate chunks.
Oh, I see.
And then I can show you guys the Blender file. So this is the actual file itself and how it's like set up.
Yeah. Whoa.
I had the blocks
God,
above.
Whoa!
Oh my.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
Let me see if I can turn. Yeah, so there's a little light right here.
Uh-huh.
and then they just shine through these 2 blocks to create the light on the face.
Wait, that's
Oh,
so
what
cool.
the heck? Wait, that's
Wait a second.
Yo,
Wait,
That is really
I just have to say right now, Nim, like you're surrounded in a call full of like audio people. So like I don't know how much like anyone knows about this, but
This
right
is
now this looks like
sorcery.
no,
magic.
this is crazy.
This
This
is
is just
sorcery.
magic, bro.
to me. Like, dude, how long did this take you?
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Not too long. The sculpting took a little bit though, but
I see.
yeah, you guys are talking about music, and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no. This is what's happening on the other side right now.
Yeah,
Like, we don't know
this
what
is
the hell is
crazy.
going on.
We're just vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all vibes. Wait, can you turn the eyes? Yeah, and then of course there's a version too with the eyes like turn. But there's the sculpts, and then if I turn on the wireframe, you kind of see how like everything's broken down.
Whoa.
The water
Whoa.
is just like
Mhm.
it used to be like a square, and then just like subdivided it, so it has a bunch of these little like subdivisions, and
Yeah.
it makes like I hit play. You kind of see the water going in and out.
Oh, what the
Oh.
heck?
Goodness.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Holy shit.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
Dude, you could make
yeah.
like a whole nother music video out of this view alone.
It is
No,
really
for real. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
so technical.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a
I
lot
love
of polygons on that. That sculpting work is pristine. This is so
Thank
good.
you. Yeah, she's really cool to look. I did consider having a like shot of her from the front because
Yeah.
I thought like that just like looked really sick.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately I knew I was gonna have to hand animate the hair, and I was like, I gotta simplify it, so I couldn't.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
There we go.
Dude, I want to rub that head for good luck. It's so shiny.
Rub that head. That's great. Chalk is not your Buddhist monk. Jeez.
Just 3D printer. Just like
Yeah, it's the Buddha statues, like the statue of a Buddha that you rub the belly of for good luck. You guys not have one of those?
Oh, I used to have one
No,
of those when I
no.
was like a little
Not
kid.
home.
Yeah, there you
Hold
go. What? Not at
Wow.
home. But yeah,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Mm-hmm. And so you can kind of see here where that water animation I was showing you in the wireframe
Mhm.
is kind of showing up.
Mhm.
I ended up kind of like decreasing that just because as cool as it looks, it did look a little off.
Mhm.
And so I think, yeah, from there I can loop these. I ended up, of course, just like simplifying the waves, and then in After Effects I added like a black mask
Mhm.
and just wiggled it, and so you can see like it's just like a shape that wiggles
Oh.
around.
Oh.
Okay.
But it works. But it
I
works.
didn't see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
of course,
kind of
like,
giving like I don't know. It kind of the way that I imagine it is like it's kind of like there's like a street light on a bridge, and then like she's like lying down in like a river,
Mhm.
yeah.
and like the light is like shining from a street light or something, and like
Yeah.
people are walking
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me. I don't know.
That's
Mhm.
kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And another thing too I added was like just like a little bit of noise, and then I kind of like warped that noise to create that really static wiggling sort of like lines of texture.
That's cool. It makes
Yeah.
the water look like a little bit oily too, to give it more of that like
Yeah,
uncanny
that's
look.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Like all these like little like effects and like tricks, because I always think about how like in audio we're kind of not necessarily tricking the ears, but we're it's like an auditory illusion sometimes with how we like do things, and with art it's like a it's a visual illusion. So it's just so cool to see this broken down.
Yeah. It's honestly when Vedra was explaining the layering, I was like, oh my god, so sick. That's the process.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Thanks, Tim. That was so cool.
Oh, that's
Jesus
insane.
Christ.
That was insane.
Thank you so much for that lovely presentation. Oh my gosh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because I genuinely, especially because we were just at the receiving end of the whips, like, because I would see you like work on it sometimes, but I wouldn't really understand like the depth of like how you were working, if that makes sense. Just because
Yeah.
I don't have like a good, I guess, like idea of how like visual art works
Mhm.
for a lot of
Mhm,
it.
yeah.
So that was really cool.
Yeah, I'll
That's
say
so
like
cool.
the song was so I looped it and then the guitar came in and I was like, oh my god, I love this. I was like, I think I was supposed to like limit myself to the amount of time I spent on this, but then I ended up like spending a lot of time because I'm like, oh no,
Let's go!
I have to do this justice. It's such a good song.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so
That's so
much.
sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Nim.
Yeah,
Oh my
of course.
god.
Okay, well, that was such a fun ride. And now we get to move to Lorian and KataribeSan with our lyrics and
Yay!
top line.
Yay!
Yay.
Let me
Okay,
just.
above whoa.
I keep
You
my
guys
head
should have
up.
kept that. That should
What?
have been the real lyric. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
I
got
keep
it.
my head up. What?
But
Oh my god,
Oh,
it's Sammy.
Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi,
Hi,
Sammy.
Sammy.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I'm sorry.
Hello.
No, you're fine. You're just in
We're
time for
fine.
it not to be your turn.
What the hell is that supposed to be?
Yeah, I'm not wrong, am I?
That's so evil.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let me just pull up the lyrics
Mhm.
real fast.
Oh, I guess I should
Um,
also do that.
Yes, if you also want
Yeah.
to pull
Oops.
that up.
I should pull that up as well. What?
I know.
Yeah.
You pull it
No,
up.
I have nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Oh.
Do.
I keep my hair above whoa.
Head above
I keep my
whoa.
head up. Whoa. I
Whoa.
keep my head up. I talked a little bit about this at the beginning of the stream, but basically the entire like the first 4 lines of the chorus
I keep
are
my
very I guess spontaneous in the sense that it was just something that I came up with, and then afterwards when Kagura did like the initial like bass line and had more of the draft, it was then time to sit down and figure out what it means. So it was like, okay, so the person keep their head above water. There's things out there that are floating and she doesn't want to drown. What does this mean? And then me and Kaga had talked a little bit about this before. Just in general, EP2 talks about how we wanted this to be a bit more like the characters to be more excessive and like crazy and kind of like spooky. So I had the idea of writing about this like obsession or like obsessive love that's sort of like, if I can't have you, then I'm gonna kill you, etc. You know how it
Oh,
goes.
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I came up with like the main thing that I kept thinking about when I was thinking of the refrain was like the phrase like 6 feet under. And so then came the refrain, just really murderous thoughts, just woke up feeling like murder. Can I be your undertaker? Made me feel like going under covers. Haha, you thought.
That's me every day,
Uh-huh.
bro. Every day. of the week.
Under covers.
And then I did the same thing at the last line of the refrain too. Don't you want to see my killer smile? Haha, you thought. It's just sort of like she's crazy, but she's trying to put on a farce of like, yeah, baby, we can totally have this obsessive love affair, and I'm totally not crazy. But she is.
Mm.
And then the first
I can fix
rap.
her.
Well, yeah, sure.
That's so convincing. As you can tell, Lorian is very convinced by you, Vedra.
I'm so convinced by you. Yeah, so the first verse, again, it was just like, because the thing is, at the time when I was writing this, I was just like, okay, how far can I push this like whole obsessive violent love affair angle until it gets too cringy? Because I think at the time for me that was like a real fear of like, this is going to get too over the top, and then the lyrics are going to descend into like sort of like teenage AO3 vibes, and I
Oh,
did not want that to happen. So
very
it
fair.
was just like it was just me trying to balance like, okay, I want this to be tongue in cheek and kind of violent, but I don't want this to be too much. So the first verse, hash strike a pose, it could be your birthday. That's a show. Got your presents, come on close, secret place, no one knows. It's just again, it's the luring angle. Like you're trying to convince someone that everything is fine and this emotion is totally fine and this is completely normal, until it's revealed at the end where she says, "Won't be long till you decompose." I mean, what? It's so that was, I guess that's my character. Is that I'm the person who's a bit insane and trying to hide it. And then when we got Kata-san to get on it, I also told her the angle of like, okay, this is obsessive love affair and also toxic Yuri. Do with it what you will. And then Kata-san came up with her banger verse, which I will let her talk about now.
Now, right. Okay, actually, I don't remember how I joined in, but like, I swear, I think we were in a VC in some server,
I
and
think
I was like,
so.
I don't know how it happened, but like,
I
I
vaguely
just
remember. I think it
Stay with
was
your DMs
we
collab, bro.
yeah, we were in we I think at the time we were talking about Cynical, and I think like you expressed interest on I cuz I think we were going through each other's like portfolios, just like walking through like each other's songs and stuff. And then I just remember thinking like I think you and Lorian would sound really good on a song together. And that and then that just kind of happened. We were just kind of like, "Alrighty,
Yeah.
let's get Kata on."
I was like, oh, Toxic Yuri, count me in.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, let's go. And then I think I was wondering what I was gonna write for the song.
Mhm.
And like, when I found out who was gonna be involved in the production, I was like really excited because like when I heard that Vedra was joining in, I was like, oh, sick, my fellow Filipino, Pinoy pride.
Let's go, Pinoy pride.
It's like,
Let's go.
I mean, he's the only Filipino here besides me, right? Like, but
You
anyway,
never know.
like,
Wait,
I think
maybe actually.
when did we start the demo? Okay, so I heard the demo and I was like, you know what? I should put in a rap section because I think that would fit. And I did that because I wanted to match Lorian's freak. But like, all that mattered to me was matching her freak because I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna write. Because I didn't bother writing the lyrics at first because like I had like this top line going into my head. And like I wanted to figure out that top line before getting into the writing process, and I kind of do my top lines as a scat before I make sense of the words, which would be established in Head Above Water. And like I never think about what I write. I just go with the flow and just improv everything from there and just build it up. So it's like I think when we start with like Woven Pretty Little Lies, I think I was trying to like write it in the perspective of like the urges and impulses that paint the narrative of Chalk's character's unstable mentality and desires. And it's like I don't remember. I think my character was like the object of obsession that like her character was like obsessing over, but like also she was like the demon on Chalk's shoulder, like the temptress kind of thing. I think I like just followed like the concept that you were working with at the time. Because like at first I was reading the dog and it was like, oh, I'm like the character that becomes the temptation, like the quote unquote older student, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
much of it.
It was really interesting reading this because like Lorian said at first, like Lorian was positioning Chalk as like the crazy obsessive one, and I think it was like a really cool twist to find out like the other, like the object of obsession and the interest was someone that's like basically goading it and kind of like encouraging it, and actually someone
Yeah.
that's like if twisted if not more twisted, so like the matching of the freak, but
Yeah.
kind of like going further, because like for example, like woven pretty little lies, you ignite the fire, I can see it in your eyes burning with desire. When I read that, I was like, so you know what I
That's
mean?
each other's freak.
It's like
It's
being the
toxic
devil
fury.
talking on the shoulder. You know?
Exactly. It's like one of those it's not Gatmoy. It's that
No.
subversion like trope where it's like the character that is like outwardly like the like a simple innocent character, and then but in actuality like later on, like a couple episodes later, they're like, hi, I'm a serial killer. You know what I mean? Kind of like those kind of like subversions.
But yeah,
Honestly, when I
it's
was writing the
Gatmoy.
lyrics, I was like, I gotta do it in a KataribeSan way, because Kataribe in Japanese means storyteller. So I'm like telling this story.
Ah.
The first part is like from a third person view, because I'm narrating like Chalk's character in the way she fantasizes and sets up her victims for murder while having this internal and moral struggle. Right? And then like the second section, betting life on a dice, maker loves the tire, let me show you paradise, I'ma take you higher. It's about risk. Like you're rolling your life on a dice. And the reason why I have make our love satire a part of the lyric layers, and the lyric layers on the meaning of gambling your life by taking that risk, and like the quote unquote our love alludes to like what Chalk's doing. And like satire of like the satire is like my character, the temptress demon on the shoulder, is like ridiculing like the vices and follies of like Chalk's character, which is her being the serial killer, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
to be honest, it's like the demon to taunt Chalk's character.
Okay, I see.
But it's also like if you're taking your victim out like way out into the woods, like having this like one-on-one deal, like you're kind of like taking that risk of like getting caught or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of plays onto that thing. And then man, I yap so much, I feel bad.
No, you're
Okay,
fine.
Third stanza. Within every incision, I rewrite your existence, down your flesh and your bones red fill in my vision. It's like, honestly, it's pretty self-explanatory, but if I need to go in depth with that, like, you know, since Chalk's character develops a crush on my character, honestly, that character of mine just exists. Like, I think it's just there's the fantasy thing going on, like it divides from reality and fantasy at the same time, kind of in a way. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just like the existence of my character would be changing the chemistry in Chalk's character's brain in the most unhealthy way that could be seen as a sense of love on the demon means behalf, by rewriting someone's existence, that you would be the ruler of their heart, surely, no matter how gory it can get.
Right.
Like for both ends. And then for like the fourth stanza, switched up position, sick of the distance is not obsession, don't ask the questions. It's like a little peek into reality between both characters. I was thinking like perhaps this is what Chalk's character's thoughts are reflecting in this narrative slash story. Her thoughts on my character, maybe? Because for my character, she's just a special kind of light within that darkness that Chalk's character wanted to have, but also cannot have. It kind of makes like Chalk's character very sick in the head.
Yeah.
She's like denying the notion that she has an obsession with her crush. Super crush, super crush.
Essential. Oh my girl. Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
It all
yeah.
comes back
it
to
would like
Super
be
Crush. Every single stream we do comes back to Super Crush for some weird reason.
Oh my gosh.
okay,
Yeah.
but like Rock's character here would be like trying to close in the distance between herself and her crush. Like, but yeah, I think that's kind of it for the fourth stanza. I don't. Okay, and finally the last stanza.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like, hold up, I need to like zoom in on like my commentary on this because I had this prepared beforehand because I know I would never remember this. So like, honestly, this is the stanza I had no thoughts on, but like thinking about it and looking at it right now, the stanza could be about like isolating your prey from everyone that knows and adores them, eventually monopolizing them of their own attention and time.
Yeah.
Perhaps, and this is where the final killer blow is delivered, claiming your love as yours, owning this love as your special little property, the thing no one else can ever have. All in the name of love, and like this is how you would show this love to your quote unquote soulmate, while also saying goodnight to them as they're probably bleeding to death from the quote unquote love you've given them.
Yeah. I think I think these lyrics are such an interesting read, especially like you can either like say, for example, if you choose to read it from the perspective of just like Chalk, and Chalk is like Chalk and her obsession, or between the perspective of like Chalk and then Chalk and her obsession being like essentially more and kind of inviting these kind of feelings. I think you definitely get like a different perspective when you're like reading it from like a different angle, which is I guess the intention of reading it from a different angle. But it's really cool that these lyrics work from both sides, if that makes sense. And I really like how it's not necessarily open interpretation, but it's just different angles.
I was kind of trying to make it as like vague and a bit mysterious. It's like it's for the readers or like the listeners' interpretation of how they think of the song as. Like some people might have like a different view, like, oh, this is like the narrative of like a yandere ready to like deliver that last blow. But like this is like my own self-interpretation because like I like to go in on like my own approach to things.
Right.
But like, can you pull up like the ad libs?
The
On, like,
ad lib?
Yeah, because I did the ad lib section for the bridge, like that. Da 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 da.
Oh yeah.
Like
I have to also arrange the vocals for the
yeah.
bridge.
Oh, you did that. Oh,
Yes,
I
Kata
did.
did that.
Let's go.
I don't think I have the ad libs loaded up.
No.
I'll
Wait,
have to go.
actually,
And maybe
Um,
Blake
Is
has
there-
it.
I
Blake
think
would
either
definitely
Sammy
have
or
it.
Blake would have it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sammy has the project
Sammy,
file
help!
booted though.
Let
I can open it right now. I can open it right now. Hold on.
Bless Sammy.
Go.
I'm sorry
Let's
for
go.
making fun of you
Oh my God,
earlier,
dude.
Sammy.
You make fun of
Oh,
Sammy.
No, well, because I was like, you're just in time for it to not be your turn.
He makes fun of me every
Sorry.
single day.
I
He
don't
hates
make
me.
fun of you every single. You make fun of me every single day. What are you talking
He's
about?
rewriting the
Oh.
narrative.
I'm rewriting the narrative with every incision.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh god. Anyway,
Let's see what you
Give me a
did there.
second. I'm opening it as fast as I can. It's
No
like
worries.
loading.
You're while you're doing that, I'm scrolling our chats to see if I can find.
You can take questions from the floor.
Yeah.
we could take questions from the floor, but I will just say, I think,
Okay, let's
yeah, like we really matched each other's freak in the lyrics.
Yeah, you guys did a great job
do
at
that.
making me feel very unsettled. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I wasn't.
Great.
Yeah.
What do you mean
was
you're
literally,
kidding?
like, it was so fun genuinely writing lyrics for Head Above Water because it's just like a really fun scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
I also had fun with it too. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going in head empty. Let's go.
Yeah.
Head above water, more like.
Head
Head
above
above
water.
water.
Head above
Yeah,
water.
I remember first hearing the song and like hearing it like sonically and lyrically, and I was like, this is such a to me, I was just like I never expected that this would be the direction that the next Choki project would take. And I just thought that was insane. That was
Hell
awesome.
yeah. And that was the intent.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna try to find that section, the ad lib section.
I'ma take it higher.
Was it?
Oh.
I
I was
found.
gonna
Baby, this is how you get me to
Mm.
Trapped in what?
I'm sorry. Where was the ad lib
I think it
section?
wasn't the solo.
And the
Oh.
so
Before the bridge.
before
It's like
the,
the guitars. It's with the guitars, I think.
oh
Boomba, where you do your piano solo, right?
Yeah.
really?
The piano
It's the
solo.
Toxic Tango.
And yeah,
What? I
yeah,
love
cherry
every
pie.
time we come on stream to talk about our song, Kaga's just like, oh,
Sorry.
is that
It's
section
'cause-
of this? Oh,
It's
whoa,
you-
what?
I
Oh.
didn't know.
You guys,
Yeah, wow.
well, yeah, because it's like
Wow.
everybody mentions the song like differently, and so I was like, the piano solo. There are two piano solos. Anyway,
Wow, interesting. I didn't
The,
know
the
that.
one right before the bridge.
right, this one, right? This was right before the bridge, right?
That's verse 2. That's verse 2.
Oh,
Oh my god, Kagu.
That's so funny.
I'm going
oh,
to
this one, right? Right before. Ah, here we go.
Yeah!
That part. That part.
Everyone!
Yeah.
Congratulate Congress behind you.
Yay! I'm no song structure guy.
You finally did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that really added to the groove, I think.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wait. So like the ad libs, I was like,
I'm running. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we got a placeholder, so it's
Oh,
okay.
so cute.
You do your thing.
I mean, to be honest, it's not opening, so I just like downloaded the file.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the normal speed ever.
heck yeah.
so like the ad lib section, I was like, I wanted to keep in mind of the character that I was playing.
Mhm.
So basically, that entire ad lib section is basically the demon humming or like singing her little scatty tunes
Mhm.
as she thinks she's winning this little mind game that she already set up for like Chalk's character.
I see. Okay.
It's like, oh, maybe that like sounds really good because like the little ad libs I was trying to like fit it into like my rap verse, and I was like, okay, no, that's not gonna work. So I just put it in the bridge. I just slapped it on there, and then like, you know what? That actually ends my little spiel.
Yeah.
And like my entire closing thoughts on like my section was, wow, I love Toxic Yuri. Let's go, lesbians.
Yeah, let's go,
Right.
Toxic Yuri.
Can I just say,
Toxic
when you
Yuri, let's go,
started
Yuri.
talking about like ad libs in the rap section, for some reason in my mind, I started thinking like about like with every incision.
Oh my god. All I could think about was just Kendrick Lamar yelling mustard. When they
What?
put ad libs
Mustard!
and mustard, and when it ad libs in the rap section, mustard. sorry, it's just stuck in my head. But yeah, it was fantastic. Thank you, KataribeSan, for sharing so much lore.
Thank you, Kaka-san.
Oh, so much lore behind the scenes. Was there any closing top lines from Lorian that you wanted to share?
Closing top lines.
Closing
top lines.
Well, like closing.
Well,
Sorry.
now, what?
No.
No.
Closing.
Top lines?
No. Like closing lines for top line. Closing thoughts for the top line section. I combine words into sentence.
Not really top line specific, but I think also for this song more than any. Well, also because the song had another vocalist, but I think there was also just more thought in general with the vocal direction and the vocal performance. on the song. Also because there's like just more character. Like
Mhm.
I remember in the beginning I recorded basically the whole song. And then I sat there and then I remember I sent the original like vocal demo with my first version of vocals and then I sat there and listened to it and it wasn't like the chorus wasn't really hitting, so then I went back and re-recorded it with like a different vibe.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with Kata-san's rap part, where in the beginning she was doing these really long takes, and then I thought that it would sound better if it was more
in
not
different like
clipped,
tracks,
but
right?
like a bit more because when you sing in really long takes, what happens is near the end you start to run out of breath, and then
Right.
Yeah,
it
you
gives your
told me
vocals
that.
like a certain tone.
Mm.
But because Kata is playing like the sort of like composed demon character, right?
Yeah.
I wanted her takes to be really like playing it cool.
Oh,
So
okay.
so Kata-san then went back and essentially re-recorded her rap lines with more breaths and layering the takes a bit differently.
Mhm.
And then and then also for my specific rap part, it's funny that Blake showed up at this point. But for the
Hello?
entire song, we're
Hello?
talking about vocal direction. For the entire song, I basically just sang really, really close to my mic because
Oh yeah, I'll talk about
I
that.
because I wanted to give it the feeling that like she was talking in your ear and that she was like uncomfortably close to you.
Yeah.
And that sort of like whispery vibe,
Mhm.
which I think did come through, but presented some unique mix challenges to New York's
Yes.
11 mixer
This
who
was
just showed up.
this was noticeably harder to mix than the other 3 songs because of that.
So yeah, there was a lot. So it's like I think with the vocals, we did a lot of like just in general, I think hot and a little bit of BS song because BS song is also like a character song.
Mhm.
There was just more thought in general on the vocal delivery and how to sound like a character.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the vocals. And now we have our 2 mixing audio people left.
Did I show up just in time?
You did.
Literally,
Yeah.
you or Sammy. You guys can rock, paper, scissors.
Wow. That was not planned whatsoever, I promise. I just finished rendering this rush commission I was working No, on. it was planned. It was planned.
It was totally
That's so
planned
funny.
because we are
That's so funny.
we are the gods of this stream and
That's
we
crazy.
dictate the ebb and flow of reality.
Right. Wait, what? Sorry. Anyway. What?
Oh, I didn't intend that. I didn't intend that at all.
I don't know what you guys are talking
It's
about.
because I used the word dictate in a sentence.
I don't know why that's relevant.
Yeah, that's not relevant at all.
Not.
I was just.
Yeah, why do you think it's relevant? It's not.
You know what?
Anyway.
I'm
You guys are
immolating.
freaks.
I'm immolating.
That's what I said.
Okay. What do you mean that's what you Okay, anyway. All right. Who wants to go? Who wants to go first? Well,
Sammy,
I mean,
you go first.
yeah,
'cause
our government.
You, did the tune time first.
Oh my god, I like barely did anything to be honest.
Barely did anything.
All right, moving on. Now we have new eyes.
Oh, okay, buddy.
I don't know. I really just like if I recall correctly, I basically just like got in because Kagu was like fighting for his life because he had like so much on his plate, and I was like, oh my god, I can time a tune. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
And then the fighting for one's life job turned to Sammy.
yeah.
I broke my wrists. Not actually. It was such very bad timing. Basically, I at first because I was like I can do tune in time, so I did BS song, right? And then in the midst of BS song, I got some really bad like wrist pains. Like I think I had to call off work and lay down for an entire day, and I just like my both of my arms just like kind of splayed out like with my wrists above, just laying there like, wow, it'd be really funny if this was it. You know, like if I just couldn't use my hands anymore, and then like 3 days later, after we begged Sammy, and also begged Jen.
Thing. I was just like, oh my god, let me do it.
Yeah. After a couple of days, they returned back to normal. So we Gucci. Kind of.
Okay.
We Gucci?
That's crazy.
We Gucci lit, fam, as they say in France.
Oh, I dislike that.
No, they say that in France.
They do say that in France. Yeah.
Yes.
Sammy, how did you go about tuning and timing the vocals?
Oh my god. Okay, so this is like the most memorable thing about the whole timing and tuning. For Lauren's vocals, I started timing them like 2 beats like late.
Oh,
Not too much,
classic.
like two entire measures late, and I was like, oh my god, why is this not lining up? And I was going insane for like a week straight, and I was like, oh my god, there's no way this is not working out. And I was like genuinely confused. I was like, oh my god, maybe I'm not fit to time and tune. Maybe I'm bad at this.
Maybe I'm not the goat.
I got the identity crisis.
Maybe I'm not actually a good time tuner.
I was like, oh my god, how hard can this be? And I was like, this is really hard.
I feel that.
How hard can it be?
Yeah, what ended up happening? What was how'd you fix it?
See, the thing
Well,
is,
she was timing a couple measures late.
Oh,
I shifted it 2 beats back.
that is, oh my god. Let me pull up Reaper real quick.
Yeah. No,
I want to see this so bad.
Sammy, it's totally
Yeah.
okay because I've done that for KiAme as well. For one of our for a VTuber. I remember.
Oh yeah, I've done that many times when I was first mixing Live in Life for Will.
Yeah.
Like the vocals weren't hitting right, and I was like, why does this not sound right?
Yeah.
And then I sent I finished the mix and sent a whip, and he was like, oh shit, we forgot to tell you that we added a bar of pickup before the first beat.
Oh no.
No.
I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, and as soon as I shifted it, I was like,
bro.
oh, you motherfucker. That's exactly right.
Sorry, bro.
So yeah, Sammy, that happens to me a lot.
Oh.
Okay, but see, the thing is,
okay.
I feel like that was not your fault, Blake. Unfortunately, I got sent a demo. I just didn't listen to the demo.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, this isn't working out. I literally just downloaded the vocals and I threw them in here, and I threw this also. So instead of sounding like this,
I keep my head above water.
it sounded like this.
I keep my head above water.
And I was going insane because it did not line up. It worked, but at the same time it didn't really work, you know? And I was going crazy.
It's
I was like, oh my god, this is not funny.
It's one of those YouTube videos, and it's yeah. It's
Head above water.
X
except
song,
it's
but
2
2
beats,
beats
yeah.
later.
Can you play the chorus real quick? Can you play the chorus?
Yeah, do the chorus. Play the chorus.
Just kind of curious
Because
because I've never heard it.
is this it?
Swimming away. I keep my head above water.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, sorry.
I know you're fine.
Swimming away. I keep my head above water.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of ass.
Wait
Yeah,
a
this is ass,
second.
though. This is kinda ass.
You know that Jay-Z meme where he looks really confused and insulted, but he's popping his head.
Yeah.
That's me right now.
Oh my god, it was so
Holy
dire.
shit! Wait, I can kind of see that though. That kind of
is,
works.
bro.
That kind of
I was
works.
going to hold on, dude. Let me do it. I'll do it after the stream.
Oh, okay. That would be great. Thank you, Sammy.
Oh my god. But yeah, so it was the most memorable thing.
Yeah.
For kata's parts, I actually did them pretty fast because I had started them earlier, and yeah, I got done with those pretty fast. The overall timing and tuning process was really nice. I like working on vocalists that I enjoy usually because Lorian. Oh my god, I love Lorian. Lorian posted a cover yesterday. So good. Please do it.
Love you,
Oh, yeah.
Sammy.
Oh, the shout out.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my god, but yes. So I really enjoyed it. But it was also technically speaking, this is my first time working on original song timing and tuning. One that I didn't write myself, you know?
Right.
So it was I was fighting for my life. And it was an experience. It was very much like a learning curve, and I had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, in general, it was pretty easy. And then for the rest, I just like I brought out my wife, my favorite wife, Revoice Pro.
Oh,
Don't tell them about it. Don't tell them about it.
my wife.
You did all of that by hand for all they know.
My wife, Revoice Pro. Oh
I'm the voice actor.
We don't say that. We don't say that around here. We don't say
Oh
that.
my god.
Okay, so what we do is we take the VOD and then we just bleep out all the parts where we say
Revoice Pro.
Everyone in the chat right now, I'm Men in Blacking you right now. I'm memory beam racing you right now. Memory beam.
Isn't it called? What is it called? The memorializer? No.
Yeah, I'm doing that
neuralizer.
to
The
you.
neuralizer. There we go.
If you just heard that, you didn't hear it.
It's okay.
What were we
Hey.
talking about? That's so crazy. Whoa.
Shout out to Timing in Reaper. All right, guys. Timing in Reaper is great. I love timing.
Demi's
Time in
crazy with
Reaper,
the
that's
stretch
the
markers in
thing.
Reaper.
I don't even use stretch mark. Oh my god, this is my confession. I don't even use
Yeah.
Reaper to time. I
Oh.
use Melodyne entirely.
Oh my god, Melodyne is so.
Wait, what?
So I found out actually that you know those like little time markers that you can make in Reaper, and how like people they alt select the time markers to get it all right and stuff. If you just put the time selection marker on the like apex of the waveform where it's supposed to line up with the grids of the like the BPM of the project, you can just snap it. Like you don't have to go like, oh, wiggle wiggle wiggle. No, you can just like you just put it on the apex of the waveform and snap it to the grid. And it stretches and snaps to the grid, and it's fantastic. My timing workflow has sped up by 200%. Granted, you do need to make sure that it's the right action because there is put time selection on the track marker or put time selection on the mouse, and you want it on the mouse because that way you can point at the apex of the waveform. Anyway, sorry.
Top 10 Chunky tips that will improve your production instantly. Not clickbait.
I was really excited about Reaper timing. Anyway.
Crazy detour.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know, but that was not it. At one point, there was like this one line. I need to find it because I don't remember what timestamp it was. But I was like in Lori's DMs and I was like, "Girl, this is not working out. Like, I'm fighting for my life." It was. I don't even remember what it was. It was like the timing. Was it?
Was it the tuning of that one word in the pre-chorus? Is that what
It
you're
was.
talking about?
I think. Oh my god! I was like Lori's DM and I was like sending her so many like the same line just over and over. Like, is this fine? Is this fine? Is this fine? And at one point, I gave up and I sent her the. I need to send this here. I sent her like the Melodyne screenshot. So and I like
And I was
wrote
just like,
down
I
the
think you should
words.
move it down. I was literally telling her, "Oh, I think you should move it like this."
And I just like sent it to her. I just sent this image to her, and I was like, okay, well,
The
that's
annotation
it.
kind of goes crazy.
Right? Like, listen, if it works, it works. But yeah, so I was like crying over it. I need to find it. Oh my god, where was it? Something down.
Wait, I need to
The
pull
boat.
pulling
Oh,
up the
sorry.
image for chat to see.
Yeah,
Down
put
on
That
my
was it.
damn.
Yeah.
That is
Annotation too.
that. You know what? Hey, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my god. Wait, I need to like find it. Yes.
I don't give a fuck if that's how you let me.
Was it before or after?
Down on my knees. Down on my
Baby,
knees.
this is how you
I think
get
it's before.
me down on my knees.
Here we are.
Yeah, that line.
Yeah.
So that line actually like made me have so many aneurysms. I wanted to like explode by the end of it.
That's so funny. I literally
we got through it.
like a
I mean,
moment
that is-
ago.
this is a very dire situation.
Yeah, a moment ago,
It was
Sammy
so
like,
longer.
yeah, this was pretty easy. I got this stuff done. A moment later, this made me want to explode.
It's like the Clueless meme. This will be the easiest thing in my life. Clueless.
Oh my
Sammy,
god.
It's
That's
like
good.
that. It's like
name.
I like to complain because that's the only way I'm gonna get something done.
Yeah.
If I don't complain, that just means I'm not doing anything.
No, I get you. I feel that. I feel that.
So
Mhm.
funny.
I need like a room to scream in sometimes.
No, I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun though. And the other thing that I like struggled with a bit was the timing on like this ad lib because it was like more swing ish. And I was like,
Oh,
okay, girl,
yeah.
you're asking a
one-
lot of me.
There's this one ad lib near the end in the last chorus where it's on the offbeats.
Is it this one?
So I keep my head above.
I don't remember.
No, it's
So I keep my head on the ground.
I think it's the second to last. Wait for it.
Second to last. Wait.
I don't want.
Nope, the one before that. Yeah, that one.
Oh,
that
wow.
one's the offbeats.
Oh.
That is
I
kind of
was-
freaky.
Then the thing is, I was like just sad that like, oh my god, girl, I don't know music theory.
She was just like, girl, I don't know. What do you mean by offbeats? And I was
So,
just like, oh.
It was very, very crazy. I was all up in Lauren's DMs like crying every other minute. Like,
Man.
oh my
we
god,
survived,
this
and
isn't
that's all that
working out.
matters.
It did, yeah. I had a lot of fun. I may have complained a lot. I'm sorry, but hey, I was having a blast.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty much it. Everyone else, oh my god. I feel like Lauren was the one that I struggled with the most because Lauren's like, I cannot read her mind. I'm like, what is she cooking?
Such a funny way to put it. Like, oh my god,
I cannot read her
I
mind.
cannot read her mind.
It's like, oh my god, what are we doing right now? And hey, I may not understand it, but she cooked. So all's well that ends well.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah.
So
And yeah.
Funny.
But yeah, after I got like one person's like chorus done, everyone else flowed really, really easily because it has like I just had to like match everyone together.
Right.
Let me like
I keep my head above water, trapped in love. I got my feet on the
Whoa.
ground.
Really crisp.
Woo.
I'm very, very happy.
Yeah.
I am yeah. Thank you for having me, Chalky.
Of course. Of course.
Let's go.
We're happy to have you.
Yeah, and I think that's it for timing and tuning. I believe.
Okay.
Oh, I was oh right. The other thing, I was like watching so many streams like while working on this.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to VTubers for carrying me.
Shout out to VTubers.
Which ones? You want to give a shout out to any?
VTubers?
I'm not naming
Specifically?
any VTubers actually.
Not naming?
No.
Okay.
Amy,
fine.
do you want to give a shout out to any of your favorites?
No, thanks.
Incriminating.
Sorry,
I
there's
see.
something stuck in my throat.
My bad. What was that?
Whoa, what?
Anyways.
Yeah.
Medicine for that.
Yeah. Jeez.
But
VTubers love VTubers.
they're okay. They're corporal VTubers. I don't think they need me to shout them out on a Chalky live stream.
What's a VTuber?
What's a VTuber? You're so right. I don't know what that is. Anyways, Blake.
Blake.
A perfect segue into our mixer.
Perfect segue.
All
All right. Can you guys hear and see?
Let me see. Yes, we can hear and see.
Is it quiet or loud?
It is quiet, but only because I have it at lower now. Now it
Here,
should
I
be
can
fine.
turn it up a little bit. This is the full mastered volume. I'm turning the master down. Don't worry.
Okay.
Is this a good volume?
I keep my head.
I'm turning it down. Okay, we're good. We're good now.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the Head Above Water project from top to bottom. It's a lot of automation.
Oh.
This rap part is very pleasing to look at. I like looking at this a lot.
Oh wow. That automation layer, those automation layers are pretty.
Yeah. Why? Oh, there we go. So, and then these are all the
God.
instrumental stems.
I'm so sorry, by the way.
What? Sorry for what?
No, it's just like I wish that I could have like compartmentalized all the stems into like a way that made more sense.
No, I like this. This is what I want.
This is what you like? Okay, cool.
This is what I like because your kick sucked, so I replaced it. And if you had it baked into a drum track, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
Okay, real.
Is that Vedra's
Yeah.
kick or is my? I'm pretty sure that was my kick.
Well, one of your kicks sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I made
recurring
this-
theme here.
I made this kick from scratch
Uh-huh. Sponsored by
because I
Kick
had
too.
to. So I made that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Let's
so I just want to quickly give a spotlight to the worst plosive I've ever seen in my life right here. So
yeah, I
wow.
saw that. Oh my gosh.
when Lorian was saying that she recorded very close to the mic,
Yeah.
this is how close she recorded.
Yeah.
You can see the actual like
Oh.
Yeah.
DC offset of
Oh,
everything throughout the
Yeah.
lines.
Oh, the squigglies.
You know what, Lorian? I
Yeah.
appreciate how willing you are to commit to the bit and to go beyond. To go
Yeah,
above
I
and
regret
beyond.
nothing.
I'm strangling you.
I regret nothing.
This is one of them.
Wait, it sounds really
And
good though.
well, yeah, because I denoised it and
Yeah. Very nice.
I
I
regret
took the low end
nothing.
out,
I regret nothing.
and somehow it sounded good. I had to do some multi-band on it
Whoa.
because the low end was kind of out of control. And yeah, what else?
Bloom said it. I'm late. Are we killing Lorian?
Yes.
Yeah, woo!
Yeah, so I had to I don't normally do multi-band in like early in my chain,
Yeah.
but for this I had to because it was so inconsistent because of how close she was.
Yeah. That makes sense. That's an interesting approach. Okay.
Well, yeah, because when I don't like it because it changes the input of the compressor and it makes it variable instead of like static.
Yeah.
And it didn't sound good after the compressor, so I was like, you know what, I just gotta fine tune this and get it just right.
Okay.
And it sounded good. At the end of the day, it sounded good.
It does.
Good enough.
Yeah.
So you got away with one, Lorian.
Yay!
So yeah. And then we got KataribeSan on the rap
Hi.
part. Yeah, you did excellent on the rap part. I had a lot of fun doing this part. It's gonna be lagging a little bit because it's a big project.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah. Let me.
This big wagon.
There you go. Okay.
Ooh.
Solo the rap part here. Okay, so for the rap part, this is kind of like the part I wanted to talk about the most.
Oh.
You got the mains.
Okay. Call and response.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got mains, we got some like accent doubles, and then we got some little like ad libs like these things.
Incision. Sorry.
Yeah, and then we got this little thing here on the ad libs. Like a little slapback delay.
Oh, okay. That's
Zombie.
Yeah, I thought this is a really neat effect to have it like pumping and then getting louder and louder.
I was wondering how it diffused like that. That's really cool.
It's just what is it? I think it's just an H delay
Yeah.
into Haas.
Oh,
What is
that's really cool. How I visualized it in my head with that was like, you know, like a perfume bottle or like a spray bottle on like a mist mode. Like it just
Yeah,
and then,
that's so true.
starts off strong and then like disperses into the background. That was really cool. Into the stereo field.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just had a container on this track and I put an H delay and Haas into it to make it stereo.
I see. Okay.
And then I think I just faded it. I think I just dry wet faded it.
Hell yeah.
What did I do here?
Love dry wet fading. My specialty.
What did I do here? That's this entire stream.
Yeah.
Once again, this is
Once
what
again.
makes it tune
We
into
all-
a Chalky stream. We
whenever-
all find out in real time what we did on
Yeah.
this.
Because like we all just like black out and we just like work and then we come back.
No,
we're like,
for real.
hi, we have a
Hear me
product.
talking about the lyrics, I was literally just like, yeah,
Yeah. Oh
Wait,
wait.
Can you go over the vocal
Yeah.
fry bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
isn't
I
this
did
part?
the grudge sound. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so I wanted it to kind of swirl around your head.
Mm.
Because she's
that's
going
so
sweet dreams. Yeah. And it sat really, really well in the stereo field when I did that. Like if I play it all together.
Whoa.
It's really subtle.
Yeah. Ooh.
Subtle but good.
Yeah,
I got
'cause
like
if-
weird goosebumps from that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
if I had them statically panned left and right and
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of sounded too like boring that way.
Yeah.
So I did this, and it really brought it to life. And yeah, I think that's everything.
Okay.
Can we hear the acapella? Like, I really want to hear everything mixed together without the instrument.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
Let's play the chorus. Or you want the rap acapella?
I mean, just parts that you think sound cool.
Well, here's the chorus. Sorry if it's a little crunchy.
I know they out there be floating for floating. Look, I just don't wanna drown.
Oh, I kept the effects pretty dry. I love Vedra's low end thickness in the choruses.
I forgot to talk about this, but regarding like vocal direction, like I wanted in the beginning to have Vedra or Kagu sing backing vocals on this, because with me and Kata, you have basically like a soprano and alto, and then if you add in like another lower register, it just fills in the choruses so much better. And between Vedra and Kagu, Vedra just has a more neutral tone.
Yeah.
So this is why Vedra is also in the track.
Yeah.
Yippee! Yeah. Oh yeah.
You
So
want
that little like ow.
Yeah.
I did a little reverb throw on that.
Oh hell
yeah! I
it.
definitely heard that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I heard that for the first time, the ow, I was like, okay, we are feeling it. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
I love these background vocals here.
Yeah.
It really fills out.
Sounds very nice. I did something interesting to the da da das here.
Really? The da 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 da.
Yeah. So there is a little trick that Jason Joshua talks about. With this plugin called TrueVerb. Here, I'll share my screen so you can see it. One sec. I gotta get the actual screen so you can see the plugin.
Okay.
You can mute my stream because you'll be able to hear yourself.
Okay.
But it's just this little reverb unit here with like all of the late reflections turned down. So it's not really reflecting much. It's literally all it does is it kind of like pushes back the low end a little bit.
Oh.
It's a really unique effect that you can't get through EQ.
Yeah.
It does some like psychoacoustic trickery with like how you perceive reflections in a room and like how far back something is when you hear that. And then I'll share my screen. I'll share Reaper so you can actually hear it when I play it. It's just like this little preset that he talks about.
Okay.
And I threw it on the background vocals because it made a huge difference in just like pushing them back where they didn't need to be in focus. See, here is with it on. And then if I turn it off, it's really subtle. But you hear how the low end.
Yes.
It's like way more forward.
Yeah.
And I'll turn it back on again.
It sounds like thinner almost. Really.
What?
Yeah. It's really weird. I don't. It took me a while to be able to actually hear a difference with it, but like when I heard it, I was like, this is such a cool trick.
This is the sauce.
Yeah. It gives it depth. It just gives it depth. Like there is like the vocals are behind, but not just panned like hard left and hard right, but they're actually behind.
They're actually behind.
It kind of pushes things back a layer.
That is
essentially
crazy. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like when you're making like a PowerPoint presentation and then like all your
something.
images Yeah,
Yes.
your images are like
When you're making a birthday slide and you have too many
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
have too many Lord of the Rings references, so you have to keep on putting them in the back.
Yep.
That's so oddly specific. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll talk about some stuff with the instrumental too, because I did quite a bit of mixing on the
Yes,
instrumental.
please.
Will this play? It'll play well enough. Yeah, so I talked about the kick. I had to replace the kick.
Maybe.
So this is the new kick. And this is the
Don't
old
show
kick.
the old kick. It's okay. No, it's okay. No, never mind. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure that's Vedra. I'm pretty sure that's mine. You don't have to worry.
Is that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's.
I don't remember, bro.
Me either, but I'm pretty sure that sounds like one of my either somatics or like.
So here, I'll see if I can let me mute the new kick so you can hear what the old kick sounded like.
Yeah.
It just wasn't hitting right.
Yeah.
Hey, this should be okay. I need to get the side chain turned on. Where is it?
Me when I wow.
I think it's so hard to look into like a project that you completed, mainly just because it's like, because you go from like knowing where everything is, and then it's like, now it's like, oh no, where is things?
Why is it still playing? I don't know what's going on here.
Heck yeah.
I think the point is new kick better,
New
old
kick,
kick not as good.
Yeah.
I was trying to get it to play, but it's too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah, new kick sounds better.
Yeah.
So I did that just because the relationship with the bass guitar was kind of weird, and I really wanted the kick and the bass to be like super solid, because I love how this sounds.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Yeah. Shout out.
I think while you weren't here, Blake, before, we were talking about how if like the kick and the bass, if that was just the song, it would still be head above water. If that makes sense. Like that's what makes the song.
Yeah, it was the kick and the bass, and then like also the piano were like the main elements.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I really wanted to make sure those were locked in.
Yeah.
And what else? Is there anything that I did that was interesting? I don't know, I just kind of beefed up the bass guitar a little bit, and then like, oh yeah, there also was a section in the rap part. Vedra, I think you produced this part, right?
Yes, the verse 2.
Yeah. So this part was like pretty much unchanged. However, I did add a little 808 drop. Right.
Yeah,
here.
that was nice. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Just because when I was listening to it, I heard like something there. It sounded wrong, just being empty in the low end there. And so, you know, you got the 808 playing here. Then you got the boom.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I just liked how that sounded. Oh, it's why, because these are stems playing. There we go. But yeah, I had the rendered instrumental play on top of the.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
There we go. That'll do it. Yeah. Right here, there's like a little kind of piano lick during the rap part. And originally I got sent the stems and it was just piano, like all together.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can play that. Extend this, that. And there's like two different melodies playing. There's like the main like bass part that's being mirrored, and then there's also like a little solo, which is here. And I wanted to mix those differently because in my mind, the piano is a bass layer. Like the left-hand piano is a bass layer.
Yeah.
Because they're playing the same thing.
Yeah.
And then this is like a separate instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to kind of like duck that a little bit during parts of the rap, without affecting the bass. And so I had Kagu separate that for me.
Hell yeah.
Thankfully, very easy. And that also came up here in the little piano solo section.
I love the piano here.
Yeah, I love this part.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. It's not really a tango, but it kind of feels like one.
It does feel like a tango. That's what I was thinking when I was mixing it.
It's a on the grid tango. it's not relaxed or like swing enough.
Did you write this MIDI by hand?
I did partially. What I did at the time was I would play the rhythms as I felt like the rhythm, and then I would go back into the MIDI and correct the actual notes that I wanted to play. And so it would be a mix of me kind of like humming like something and then fixing it and then playing it and that kind of thing. So that's how I
see
compose that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because the velocity sounds superhuman, so I was wondering about that.
Superhuman.
Yeah, there was two aspects of it. There was like the little bass left hand layer, and then there was like the solo on the right hand. And this was also sent as one stem. And to me, this was the actual solo, and the left hand was like the support.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a rhythm section and a lead section.
Yeah. So I really wanted to bring out this section because this is like the main focus, and there's nothing else. And when I boosted the piano as a whole, the bass stuck out too much, so I had to have that separate as well.
Yeah. I have like a rule of thumb whenever I compose pianos with the left hand and right hand. Like I always want to make it a nightmare for a real pianist to play. Yeah. Imagine actually like doing the bass rhythm, like, and then doing like the solo on the right. Yeah.
But this is playable though. This is definitely playable.
It is playable. I always love to kind of sit on the cusp of like, yeah, this is playable, but you're gonna have like a not a great time learning it for like a couple hours at least.
So much like hand independence for this one.
Yeah.
What else was there? Did I do anything else that was interesting? I'm looking here.
Did you the bridge section is pretty like different of a section compared to the rest of the song. So I wonder how you did that differently compared to everything else.
Which, the rap part or
the bridge? So right after the solo, there's the bridge where it kind of like the song kind of blows up. Yeah, the reverb that you did here is like, and the little like delay echoes that you do.
Yes.
Awesome.
I had a specific send for this. On the vocals, it was the bridge verb. Where is it?
Bridge verb.
Bridge verb.
The burb.
It's just a Valhalla delay on the duck tape mode. I don't know why I had it on duct tape because I'm not even using ducking. Also, I just realized that was a pun. That's hilarious.
Oh.
Duct tape. Tape duck tape mode with ducking.
I was like, why would you like? Who makes a tape for ducks?
But yeah. I originally had people speeding by. I originally had this dry here, and I was like, why does this not hit right? And like, this is like the last thing I did in the mix was add this like bridge verb here. Here's what it sounds like.
Ooh, that's like a really pretty wash.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it's got
delay is swirling.
Yeah, it's on dotted quarter note with 78% diffusion.
Whoa.
So it's really washed out. But it's not entirely a reverb and it's not entirely a delay because of the diffusion. And I love how that sounded.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Well,
That was all I did differently in the bridge though.
Yeah.
I didn't really need much in the instrumental. It was just a guitar and a little pluck. One of these.
I think it's really cool when you it's really cool when like, I mean, because I'm also someone that I don't mix as much as you do, like, but I think it's really cool because there's a difference between when you mix a cover song versus when you mix an original, because a cover song, like, the song is already there and you have something to go off of. But when you're mixing an original, you kind of have to read the cues that the producer gives you.
Yes, and it's stressful.
Yeah.
Because you don't have an already produced song to reference.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of go on intuition. And like I did use some of my producer instincts here.
Yeah.
It was like I this last chorus wasn't hitting right. I'll play it beforehand. Okay, I need to mute the stems, but
yeah.
It wasn't hitting right, and I was like, you know what? I need to add like a down lifter here. So that little like I added that afterwards because it needed it.
Yeah, I mean that's a big part of why like that's a big part of like why I like we pitched the idea of getting you on for the entire EP, because I mean we knew like you had really strong like producer instincts.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
He says we, he means him. And I was just like, go
I pitched it to you. Okay, all right. I thought you would be a really great fit for this. There you go.
I just noticed I did add some extra claps. These little things.
Yeah.
And then these are in the chorus.
Oh yeah.
I always struggle with finding the right claps, because the claps are just those things where it's just like they don't sound good until you reference them in like the entire mix, and they're like
Yep. So when I'm mixing, pretty much all the time, people don't choose the right drum sounds.
Yeah.
And it really sticks out to me when they're not right. Which is why I replaced the kick and also added these claps.
Yeah.
Because like it just wasn't sitting right in the mix, and like I'm very, very sensitive to when the drum sounds aren't right for the space. It's just one of those things that like I take a liberty and I make it sound better, because I know what you're going for. I know what you want. I know how to get it.
Yeah. No, I wonder too, because I remember like we talked about this like before somewhere, where you were like, man, I wish I would have played the violin, or I played like the piano. But I think like playing the drums are such like an integral part of like any piece of music. Even if like there are no drums, there's still some sort of like rhythm that's carrying like the song, right? So I think like, you know, it really shows, I mean, just your, I guess, expertise in drums, not only just like acoustic but like electronic drums too, right?
Well, this is actually not a drummer thing. This is like a producer instinct, actually.
I see.
Because
you're a drummer?
Like, yeah.
Wait, huh?
I'm rooted in
Welcome to the CHALKEY stream, where we discover things live.
What the fuck?
I will say I sat behind a drum set like last week for the first time in like 6 years, and oh my god, that was a humbling experience.
Bro's washed. No.
I got behind there and I was like, I'm fucking washed, man. It's over.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember who said this, but I think at some point I heard someone say like, at some point every producer becomes a drummer. I was like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It was the other way around. I was like, fuck drums, I'm producing now.
Yeah.
Fuck this atonal
I think
shit.
that's like any instrumentalist.
Oh, that's fair. I also find myself focusing more on rhythm now than anything else.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a
Lucky
very.
EP3 is gonna
it's-
be like a hand drum album.
Oh, yeah. You
Oh.
know what? I'm gonna get a kalimba. And
You should pull up that one short, Kagu, the one with like Victor Wooten where he plays all the wrong notes, but as long as he does it in the rhythm, it's fine.
I don't know what that is. You've lost me.
I'll
I actually
link it.
know the exact video you're talking about.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
Oh, FOMO.
Wrong notes.
I just
Hold
look
on.
up like Victor Wooden talks about wrong notes or something.
Yeah. It sounds absolutely amazing.
Gotcha.
He just goes up like the
Oh
chromatic
no!
scale
I
overall.
have seen this. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
this
Yes.
one.
I don't.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you want to make music, this is like one of the most important lessons to learn.
I won't show it because I think there's something against like reacting to other people's content on YouTube.
Oh,
streaming.
okay.
The
Never mind.
link in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Here's the link in chat if you want to know what people are talking about.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for the mix.
Okay.
And then for the master, I just like do it. I put the same tape machine that I was using for the rest of the EP on there, and then like an SSL G bus compressor, and then Manly passive EQ to
Shinsile.
give it a little bit of color, and then I'm actually soft clipping this into, or no, I'm hard clipping it. Interesting. Am I? No, I'm soft clipping it. I'm soft clipping it. And then I'm going into ozone maximizing. That's it.
Oh.
Just a little, just like 1.3 dB of soft clipping, just to give it a little bit of fat,
A little kick.
a little bit of.
Heck yeah. Do we have any questions in the chat?
Yeah.
Any questions to ask?
We've gone through a lot of stuff in this stream, I will say.
We
We
definitely
really
have.
did save the best for last.
We did. So thankfully this time, no internet issues. Yay!
Yay!
For those of you
I was-
wondering about the internet issues, nothing was wrong with the ISP. I now have like a Type-C to Ethernet connector on the back of my PC, and I think genuinely I just have a faulty gigabit port on my motherboard.
Wait, it was actually your motherboard?
It was probably my
my God.
motherboard, yeah. So
That's crazy.
Oh.
hilarious. So funny.
That's hilarious.
I'm laughing. Yeah.
I was kind of scared because this morning well, first of all, a thing came up suddenly.
Yeah.
I was like, can I get back home in time? I
Yeah.
got back home in time.
Heck
But
yeah.
I had a bit of a scare because for some reason, my internet was crapping out this morning. I was like, what the hell? No, please. So I was like, hotspot. And then it didn't work. My mobile data wasn't working either.
Oh,
I was like,
Oh my god.
it was just a glitch in the system. See, they knew.
That's
What
stressful, man.
the internet gods were like. Vedra must be a part of stream.
My God says you must be able to show up to Chalky stream.
That's right. Against
But
all
yeah,
odds.
we have so many people on the team here. So if anybody in chat has any questions, now is your chance. And this is also the last behind Chalky stream because we went through all the songs already. So if you have any other questions just about the EP in general, it is also your last chance
Yes.
to ask.
Behind.
Because we will never stream ever again.
We will
Whoa,
never
hold
stream
on.
ever.
Oh, wait.
Ride these-
Never, ever again. If you have,
Never again in your lifetime.
if you have any questions whatsoever, you just have to hold them. You after this, just like
Be
just
quiet forever.
Yeah,
Never
just
speak
Yeah.
again.
write them onto a
just-
piece of paper and fold it and just hold it in your hand.
I have a
Throw it into
question.
the ocean and hope it. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
What?
Pedro.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes,
So you know
Pedro.
how the streams are called behind Chalky?
Yes.
Yeah.
This implies the existence of in front of Chalky.
In front Chalky. Okay. The moment he opened his mouth, I was like, I know where this is going.
This implies the existence of. Okay, Schrodinger's Chalky.
Vedra, you know what's in front of Chalky?
What?
You. And we're
Me?
in a car. So.
Oh no!
that-
put the brakes on right now.
Put the brakes on.
Bloom says stems? Question mark?
Stems?
Stems? Question mark?
Stems?
Question
Question
mark?
mark?
They will be coming in the future.
Yes, we will not specify when in the future, but they will be coming in the future.
There's a specific time frame in which the stems will be coming in the future.
A very specific and calculated time frame of which nobody knows about but us, because
Vedra
we're
can't
cool.
drive.
Vedra, you can't drive?
Huh, me? I know I can't drive. That has
Oh.
nothing to do with the conversation, though.
I
I'm
see.
just saying.
I see.
Yeah.
It's okay, Vedra, because at least you can drive a conversation.
That's right, baby.
Okay.
Well, alright, okay.
Alrighty.
We
Well,
should do like shout outs for everyone in the group.
Shout
Anyone
outs
want to
for-
shout out anything?
that's true. If anybody wants to shout out anything, put it in VC text. Lorian has a new cover. Everybody should go
Lorian
see
Yeah.
it.
Everybody needs
Yeah,
to
new
see it.
cover.
Everybody needs to
Please.
see that new cover. Let's
If you want
stop.
to go check it out, it is on my channel.
Where can we find all these lovely people? And where
They're
can we
all
find their
in
socials?
the description. And I just realized that for some reason YouTube didn't let me add any of you properly, so I'm gonna fix that.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
But yes, everyone's socials should be in the description unless I somehow missed somebody, which I hope I didn't. But everybody should be there. So you can go follow / check out their work in the description. But does anyone have anything that they want to shout out? Any projects that people are doing?
I want to
When are
shout
we-
out. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just gonna ask, when are we getting Chalky variety streams?
Oh,
Talking writing streams?
Variety.
variety
I'm sorry,
streams?
Michelle, my bad.
Oh no, you're good. Sorry, I was just like, Chucky, you're writing.
you really do make fun of Sammy every day.
No,
saying.
that was a
That's what I'm saying. I'm
genuine
like-
question.
Can we get like a chalky like stream where you guys bake a focaccia?
Yeah.
A what?
Focaccia.
Chalky gaming. Holy.
Chalky
Chalky
gaming.
gaming.
That's really funny
Chalky
you bring that up because
gaming.
we did have a stint where we tried like 1 or 2 streams of playing balloons.
We did not actually stream that. I don't know where you got that idea
Oh,
from.
we recorded it. Sorry, we recorded it. My bad. I'm getting
Oh, you recorded-
memories. Yeah, and then we tried to like stitch
Wait.
it together. That was really
Nim
funny.
wants to shout something out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So-
Kai6 Walker.
Oh wait, I would also like to shout this out.
Yeah.
wait, yes.
So So I made 2 of the 3D models and then outfits for one of the talents, and it's essentially a concert that it's gonna be happening in 2 days, right?
Oh shit.
A bunch of talents.
I'm on there.
Yeah, didn't
Trickle,
Blake
Nick-
also
Let's go.
mix?
Hazumi. Oh god, I can't think of the others.
I
There's
worked on a whole ass song for this too.
Oh,
Let's
really?
Yeah.
This is huge. Okay, retweet,
Yeah, so-
retweet.
So
go.
it's coming up.
Retweet.
Okay, esaonlive.com. Okay.
Yeah, be there or be square.
Oh,
you know.
wow. I wouldn't want to be square for this.
Yeah,
About
here's that.
talent? Whoa, we got
E-circle.
Trickle, Toki, and Enid. Enid?
Oh my god, Trickle's on there.
Hazumi,
Oh, wait,
Momo,
I've heard about
Katsu,
this.
L7,
Yeah, you've heard about this?
Nen,
Let's go.
Kai6, and Kiria.
Let's go.
Okay, this is huge, guys.
This is a stacked
Kind of crazy
lineup.
huge.
We should
Yeah.
pull up.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, be there.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of
I'd like to
work
give a
there.
shout out to Estelle from Trails in the Sky. I love her. That is all.
Is that the... Oh, okay.
That's all.
Let me guess, she has glasses and is tall.
No, actually no.
Really?
And she's a purple wearing witch.
No,
That's
she is
also a
not a
librarian.
purple wearing witch.
Oh.
You guys, come on.
Then we
think
have
I'm that-
someone Kataribe.
Kata has another shout out for this.
Yeah, so it's like this was for my friend's birthday. It's not out yet, but like it'll be out in December. So-
okay. That's huge.
so soon.
Like my friend's birthday was on like November 4th and I was like, "Oh god, I need to hurry." So, yeah, look forward to my song cover of Awa Uta. Song of
Aw.
Bubble.
Oh, new cover. What's
Hell
going on?
yeah, that's cool. That's cool. The PV already
Release
looks really
date-
cool.
Release date TBD. When is that? When's TBD?
To be determined.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Anyway.
Vedra really tried something there.
I was so sad.
Head in the
TV,
hand.
TBD's
Check out
nuts.
these projects.
Yeah.
And
But if
Chocolate
ever
Nation, pull up.
if there's nothing else, this is a great place to call it. Thank you guys so much for coming. And thank you guys as well. Lovely guests that we
Thank
have, our
you.
lovely team.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
Thank you,
us.
Chalky. Thank you, Chalky.
Thank you, Chalky.
Make sure
Thank
to
you, Chalky.
stream Chonky EP2 for Clear Skin and Clear Skin. What's the other thing that people say?
Clear bowels.
Mental
Good
health.
grades, good grades, good
Clear
grades.
Bowels.
Good health.
Bowels?
Good bowels.
Put a
grades.
few
Yeah, fulfillment in life. You know, all that jazz. All right.
Murderous intent.
But we will catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.